Hello, everyone. My name is Justin, and welcome back to the Boston Bruins GM Mode series. I do want to remind everyone that this series pretty much relies on good views, which we kind of need the views to go up a little bit. So I'd really appreciate it if you would share this with some people you know that might enjoy it. But we're going to jump right into this. So we are 11-7-2. We kind of wanted to go on a cup run this year, or at least definitely make the playoffs, obviously. Um, we even had the best start to our season here, which maybe a line change could be made. I think we're going to keep these lines and see if maybe things start working better. Because I feel like we're better than 11-7-2. I'm just looking at where we just had that one right here, that 4-game lose streak. That's what killed us. So if we can get back to winning, I think we'll be okay. I want to go to the end of the year in this episode. Unless there's a big question at the trade deadline, then oh my gosh. Then I want to go to the end of the year. Okay, there's the big win. I'm hoping that our draft pick Geet, 6th overall last year. I'm hoping he's up to second line center, second line player by the end of this season. Maybe next year he'll even be able to play first. Burmistrov injured, but we still won. Arizona. Burmistrov's back. Nope. Not Quentin Howard. I'm wondering if I should change Burmistrov's way. 11-24. See, that's not very good. He's got 12. We'll try it, see what happens. I know people are saying there's no reason to change the lines. But I don't care, we won 6-1. See, actually, that game might have already. No, I think I wouldn't have been simulated yet. So we got 2 wins right now. Brandon Carlo injured. We will replace player. And now we're on a roll. 4-game win streak. Let's keep it going. We need to show the rest of the league that we're serious this year. 5 games. Keep it going. Keep it going. Throw Carlo back in here. I just want to look at the plus minuses real quick here, see if there's something we should change. No, we're good. Let's keep the win streak going, baby. There we go. 6 games, right? Yep, 6-game win streak. Why not 7? 8. Oh, 7-game win streak. That's pretty good. If we can just continue to. What do I want to. I'm trying to think of what I want to scout here. Hold on. Let me just stop the simulation real quick. I often get confused between this GM mode and other GM modes on what prospects I have and what I don't. So I just want to see real quick. What do we need? So forwards, actually I want to do it by this. So really we have these guys. And that's it. Let's check in the system here. What do we have for forwards coming up? Comtois, Jung, Velarde. Okay, so we got some decent forward prospects. Our defense, these guys are getting a little bit older, so we definitely need people to fill in. We have some top 4s. And we got some more top fours here with Bennington. So decent defense. We don't have that an elite player, but that would be hard to get at this point. Goalies is what we need because I'm not so sold on Malcolm Subban. So we're gonna scout goalies. I probably already was. And the good thing is I've seen elite goalies go in the mid first round. So if we have to trade up a little bit, I'm not talking. I said I wouldn't trade up real far again anytime soon. But if we have to trade up into the teens to get a really like an elite goalie, then I would totally do that. Because that's something we got to work on. Subban, A, he's 27 already, and B, he's only 86. Might not be able to get the job done for our future, but here we go. We're getting another win streak going, 3 games. Donskoy is back. So we could acquire a top 6 forward at the trade deadline if we really want to make a push. But that's something we're going to have to decide when we get there. We don't want to jeopardize our future too much. Yes, 5 games. 6-game win streak. We're going for another one. Our last one was 7. Let's see if we can break it here. All of a sudden, a team that was like, people were like, that team might not be that good this year. Now they're saying, oh crap, these guys are real contenders. 8. Let's see if we can get 8. 2 7-game win streaks. We can't lose in regulation back-to-back games. When we lose in regulation, we gotta get a win before we lose in regulation again. Okay? But we don't want to go back and forth. I mean, we gotta bunch up wins. Oh, okay, that's not good. We gotta turn this around here. Dougie Hamilton is not in, and we're feeling it. We're not scoring goals at all. Let's get Big Dougie in there. Hopefully that'll turn things around. We were just looking like a really good team, and now it's kind of like, oh boy. Beat Chicago there. You know, ideally you would be like a 2-to-1 win-loss ratio. I'm not talking about overtime, just regulation. We're not quite there, but we are pretty close. Let's just do these like 2 weeks, just so we can. I want to get goalies scouted in every area. Then we could see if any of them are going to be potentials, and then we could really scout them. Like I said, our best way to get replacement defensemen are to get high top fours that, you know, there's high top fours that make it up to 88, 89 overall, or free agency of sorts. Subban's injured, not that great. What's Lander been doing this year? 7-4, not bad. Back to edit lines. Make sure that team, my prospects, is still in there. I don't want to best lines that. Pittsburgh, what do you got? More goals than us. There's a big win versus Ottawa. get win number 30 here. Oh, shoot, I lost. We're letting in a lot of goals with our backup goalie in. Oh, boy. Of course, Subban gets injured when we're facing some good teams here. Washington, Pittsburgh. Ottawa, I think, is a decent team. Yes, but we just crushed them. I should have probably checked when our goalie's coming back, but I didn't. Hopefully in the near future. Providence is doing okay down there. They just got 2 big wins, it looks like. Subban has returned to the lineup. Goalies. Drigulivla. Come on, game. What are you doing? I'm sitting there hitting the trigger button. Nothing's happening. The good news is it looks like he's fully healed. So he scouted the goalies in Russia. Do the SHL real quick for 2 weeks. Just to see if there's... Because a lot of times you do the main areas, but there ends up being... Oh my freaking gosh. There ends up being some really good prospects from other areas you didn't even look at. Especially with goalies. You have all them foreign goalies that end up being... Well, I don't want to say foreign, but from the areas you don't look at. Let's keep it going. I want to get to the end of the year, but we keep getting injuries. Yes, we're looking like a pretty good squad. 33-18. And this is to say that. Overtime loss, regulation loss. Minnesota. There's a win. Okay, so we did the SHL. Let's do the Liga. I want to draft a goalie. I'm not even sure what pick. Do I even have my first round pick? I don't think I do. That's a problem. But a guy by the name of Ryan Spooner and or Andre Palat are probably going to be on their way out this draft. I hate to say it. They're getting older. And B, there's not going to be room in our top 6 pretty soon. And Koklachev is younger, and I'd rather keep him than an old Spooner who's going to start declining in a year or 2. And Velarde will eventually take Koklachev's spot. Don't get injured, Subban, please. Oh, we're on deadline day, aren't we? No. What the heck? What day are we on here? Okay. Yeah, we're on the deadline. So if we get anything, it will be a top 6 forward. Hopefully an older guy with low trade value. Let's just see if there's anything here. Don't want them to. Don't want Fleury. Corpusalo. His trade value is way too high, or I would go for him. Glendening. I don't want any of them bums. Andrew Ladd, not really what I'm looking for. Tristan Jetty, Wingles, not really an upgrade from anyone. Bishop. I did say I wanted to get a penalty kill specialist. Could have got like Zach Hyman be that. Because we really have no one. No, Zach Hyman is not a penalty killer. I think we're just going to hold off, guys, and just test our luck. There's no one that I think is really worth taking. Yes, we could get a penalty killer, but I feel like we must be doing decent in penalty killing, which I probably should check, but remember, I'm a bad general manager. But we must be doing decent with our record on a penalty kill. Let's throw Geet back in there. Is it time to move Geet up to the second line? He's 85 overall. I usually like to do it. I like to put them one above what they are, but only when they're close to transitioning to that. How's Koklichev doing? He's doing fine. We'll leave it like that for now. In a few more weeks, we might have to make that transition. 8-1 victory, fantastic. There we go. Another win streak forming. I believe the only place left is to scout this one goalie. I don't know if I scouted goalies in all the Canadas. I just know I scouted them for something, and I'm hoping it was goalies. But we'll find that out in a minute. There we go. 4-game win streak. Keep it going. Geet injured again. And there goes the win streak. When someone gets injured, our team turns into crap. So let's just see what we're looking at for these goalie prospects really quick. Scouting. This is going to be a long episode. Scouted players. 98. See, they're not all goalies, so that means that I did not scout. So we got these guys here. Lamphouse. From the QMJHL. Pin him, why not? I would like an elite, but I will settle for a starter. Hopefully a high starter. So this guy in the SHL, remember that, SHL. Now these guys, these are the elite ones, but top 10. This guy might be available at a decent spot. WHL, pin him. And this guy, Liga, pin him. Even though we probably won't get him. These guys, we're just going to have to remember. Russia. The Extragragra. These guys are going to be starters. So a few in the SHL. So I think the SHL in Canada we got to go through again. Maybe Liga. Maybe Russia. I don't know. But so we know what we got to go through. Just exited out. So like I said, ideally an elite, but we would settle for a starter. Hopefully a high starter, because I want a good goalie of the future. So I want to do these three, SHL and Ligia, definitely those 5. So at most 25%. So we'll do the 3 weeks in each of them. 3 extra weeks, see what that reveals. And let's just get to this end of the year here. We're almost done. We have about 10 more games, 12 more games. Hopefully Geet can stay healthy for the playoffs. Hopefully he's back for the playoffs. Should be. Big Dougie Hamilton's back. And hopefully he stays back and doesn't get injured. Oh boy, 2 losses. Come on, guys, bounce back here. Dougie, oh my gosh, it's so annoying. 3 games later, he gets re-injured. I hate this game so much because the players come back. 9 out of 10 times they're still injured, and then 9 out of 10 times they get re-injured. It's not like that in the real NHL. Not often do they get re-injured because when the doctors clear them, that usually means they're good. They're good to go, but not in this game. We got to stack up some wins here. We only have 41 wins, and the end of the season is near. Come on, get some wins. There's a win. Get a win streak here to end off the year. Oh, this year was looking so good at some points, and then some points it's like we can't win. AHL squad's doing really well. There's a win. Come on. Another win streak. Here we go. 5-game win streak to end off the year. I can feel it. Come on. Yes, 5-game win streak. We've had a bunch of nice win streaks here. We finished off the year 47, 28, 7. You know what I missed from NHL Legacy? That thing where you can go on and see your season-by-season records. It's good enough for looking like, second in our division. We'll go up against Buffalo. I'm not sure who we lost to last year. I'll have to go back and look before next episode. I don't think it was Buffalo, but I'm not too certain on that. Let's just recap a little bit here. So we'll go standings and we'll go stats central, or standings and player stats is what I meant to say. We broke the 100-point barrier. That's nice. We were good for 5th in the league. Nice. Goals found per game. 2nd. Goals allowed per game. Not awful. We're near the bottom right there. Power play percentage. Best power play in the league. That's why we were a good team. Penalty kill, we were about a middle of the pack type team. Okay, let's take a look at the individual stats. See how Palat, the newcomer, leads our team in points. That's why we picked him up. Palat with 73. Solid year. Would much rather keep him than Spooner because we have enough centers and about the same age, but Palat's better. Pasternak, 69. I'm hoping to have him some good line mates in the very near future. Geet, 58 and 74. A solid rookie season for Geet. He was a -4, but 3rd most points on our team. Then would be Spooner, Raffle, Koklechev, DeBrusk. I don't know if he's ever going to be a second liner, guys. He's had a few good years, but Donskoy, Burmistrov, Heinen, Vitreros, Matheson, Nylander. Nylander had 7 and 11, or 7 and 11, but he played on all the lines. Defensive lead, the big man, Cam Fowler, possibly a Vezina season. Look at that. That's why I picked him up, guys. Although all four of these guys ended up being negatives. That's not that good. And the goalies, 34 and 17 from my man Malcolm. I know I'm scouting other goalies because I don't know if he's the real deal. But he's shown us he can get us to the playoffs. He's got to show us now that he can get us deep in the playoffs. So we'll just check out the entire league real quick. Only 2 players over 80 points. That's why I hate this game so much. Tavares and Hosang. Eichel, these guys. Sidney Crosby must have had a butt year. He must have got injured. No. Crosby 64 points. That's real realistic, NHL. Good simulation engine you guys have here. Drew Doughty is going to win the Norris, unfortunately. Best goalie in the league. Probably going to be this Russo guy. Just because his goals against average is so much better than his. But some really good goalies. Now, is Geek going to win the Calder? Is what I want to see. Yeah, no. But, well, he might. Would he have gotten 4 points in them extra 5 games? Maybe, but no. It's probably going to end up going to one of these two. If I had to guess, I'd say this guy. Afanasenkov. But Geet's got a bright future with us, guys. Alright, let me just check the AHL real quick. Yeah, check the Providence Bruins here. 53 for Jung, Bennington. Comtois just not lighting it up, man. I don't know if he's going to end up being a bust. He's 22 already. Still only 79 overall. That's all I really have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. We will face Buffalo round 1 in the next episode. Please subscribe so you don't miss it. And I guess I will see you next time.